Hey guys, it's Deb from Bowl Me Over. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm so glad you joined me today. I have one of my best recipes I'm going to share with you today. We're continuing our appetizer since the Super Bowl is around the corner, and this is one I know you're going to love. Everybody loves this recipe, and these are hands down the best chicken wings you've ever had in your life. I will say that. I have been told that many times, and what you're going to love about this is, of course, they're easy. They're amazing, but there's no deep fat frying involved. We're going to just take that right out of the whole equation. And because of that, there's no mess. They're not dry. These are fantastic. So I'm excited to show you this recipe. What we're going to need today are chicken wings. And I had a great big pack. That's all they had at the store. So we cut that in half. I threw part of it in the freezer. And we're going to save that for Super Bowl on Sunday. But we do the other half today. So we're also going to need some spices, pepper, chili powder, garlic salt, and just an all seasoning. And this is my chicken all seasoning. It is the best chicken blend. So just some spices there. And then for the sauce, we're going to need barbecue sauce, some jam. The recipe calls for jalapeno jam. I don't have any. I'm going to use apricot jam. You could actually use just about any jam you have. The jam part's important because it's what makes them really, really ooey gooey sticky. So you could use strawberry jam, you could use grape jam, marmalade is delicious. And then lastly, some RedHot sauce. And so that's all we're gonna need for this recipe. Let me clean up my workspace a little bit and let's get started. Okay, I moved things aside. I think this will be perfect to get started. I'm gonna use my little gloves here. It's always so handy when I'm trying to do this on television too, or on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, you know what really helps is if you comment. Leave a comment, like and subscribe, all those things, but they really help grow the channel. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started. Now, all they had were like the whole chicken wings. So that's actually really good because I'm going to show you how easy it is to prepare these. So we have this whole piece here. We're going to start by cutting off the knuckle part. So it's kind of like the leg. And if you slice down, you can break it or kind of feel where the joint is. And it's actually really easy to slice through at the joint. Perfect. So there's one piece. This piece is also one that we can use. And again, feel that joint, slice through the joint. And you can either discard this or you can save it for, maybe making chicken stock. So follow along with me. I have my share of these to do. It'll only take a minute. See, that wasn't hard at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in my seasoning. All that seasoning just goes right in here. And I'm going to fill this with water. I'm going to put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and cook these for 10 minutes. I want the water to still be bubbly, but not boiling crazy. What it does, it pre-cooks and parboils the chicken. And so it's not going to take near as long to cook when we broil it later. So I'm going to fill it up with water about this far over the chicken wings and bring it to a boil. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so my chicken wings are on the stove. They're going to be brought to a boil. I'm going to simmer them at a little more than a simmer, more of a bubble, for about 10 minutes. Those are going to cook and we're going to make the sauce. Sauce is super simple. We're going to use some barbecue sauce. So if you like wild wings, you're going to really like this. This is the best, absolutely the best. I'll put these chicken wings up against anybody's. And I'm gonna need about a cup of sauce here. So I might have to encourage it out of there, but I'll have enough. I think I'll just leave this upside down for a minute. We're gonna use some of the jam like we talked about. And again, that's what gives it that sticky flavor, so that's perfect. And some Buffalo Wild Wing sauce. And that's gonna give it the tang. That's gonna give it that little bit of heat. And we need about a half cup. And if you prefer, you can do a quarter cup. But I really encourage you to use a little bit of that sauce because it just adds such a nice punch in the long run. So I'm gonna move over to the stove. And while my chicken wings are coming to a boil, I'm just gonna simmer the sauce for 10 minutes as well and just let all the flavors come together. Super simple. I'll be right back. Okay, so I moved my chicken wings to the back burner and just still waiting for those to come up to a boil. And I have all my buffalo sauce, my barbecue sauce, and the jam here in this pan. And I'm just stirring it to bring it together. I'm just gonna simmer this for 10 minutes. For as long as those are on, I'm gonna simmer that and just kind of bring all the flavors together. It's gonna not only bring the flavors together, but reduce a little bit as well, so it'll be nice and thick and just really yummy. I'm gonna let this happen and we'll see in a few. Okay guys, we're back. Forgot one more thing. Now we're ready. Our chicken wings are done with the first step. And so now we are gonna start by spraying our broiler pan. If you don't have a broiler pan, you could use a cookie sheet. I just like using the broiler pan because if there is any grease, it's gonna drop through. So I'm not lining my broiler pan, but I do wanna make sure the chicken wings are nice and dry. I could set them on there and just pat them dry. You can certainly do that. I think I'm just gonna make sure, probably pat them dry anyway when I'm done. But I want them to be good and dry because that way the barbecue sauce will stick to them better. Ooh, these are gonna be good. So what's your favorite Super Bowl snack? Have we talked about that yet? I would love to hear which, if you're watching the game or if you're watching the commercials, what you enjoy having for a snack. I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but I definitely know that we have chicken wings in the freezer, so I'll probably make some more of that. My dad really likes those. And you can see this is really a nice, generous amount that we're making. Okay, let me get this guy out. Okay. And in the background, I have my oven now. The burners are off, but I have the broiler going, and it's on high. I have my oven rack in the second one down, and I'll peek and I'll show you that too. And so now we're gonna take the barbecue sauce that we thickened. And again, that was just the buffalo sauce, jam, and barbecue sauce. Some little shortcuts for big flavor. So we're gonna take our barbecue sauce, we're just gonna baste. See how nice this is thickened up? And that's just what's going on in the background while the chicken wings were boiling on the stove. And I like the boil method for a couple of reasons. It gets rid of a lot of that fattiness on the wings. And it cooks it through, again, no deep fat frying. Love that. So we're gonna be generous and really based on a good amount of barbecue sauce. You could even put the wings in the little saucepan and like flip them around quite a bit and, you know, like incorporate that sauce that way too. In fact, I think that's how I usually do it, but this works just fine too. Now into the oven they go for about 9 minutes. Again, they're on that second rack down. They shouldn't burn. Keep an eye on them if you're not used to broiling things. Just kind of keep an eye. Make sure that that there's no, you know, smoking or burning or anything, but you're usually going to be fine. 9 minutes. We'll be back. See that, guys? That's what we're looking for there. We got some pieces that look really nice and caramelized. There's a little dark pieces, and those are going to make that skin extra crispy. So now what I'm going to do just makes me smile, because this is exactly what we're looking for. You know, it's hard to be patient when you're waiting for something to caramelize. Just like the recipe that I have for sweet potatoes, because you just think, is it never going to happen? And then it magically does, and oh my goodness, that's good stuff. Okay, so they were in the under the broiler on that second rack for, miss this one, for 10 minutes. And so now we pulled them out. We again put some sauce on that first side, but we're going to sauce up the second side now. And this is going to be, ooh, I missed one. And that sauce is just the right amount of sauce. So we want to make sure, see, look at the difference between the broiled side and the unbroiled side. And you know, that's going to be like crispy goodness when it comes to sampling time. The second side won't take quite as long. So let's put some barbecue sauce there. And sauce these up. It's going to go back underneath the broiler for 7 to 8 minutes. It won't take as long this time. You know, the one thing that's impressed me, I'm probably going to curse myself by saying this, I actually chose to wear white today. And which is one of my favorite colors to wear. But and I haven't got anything on myself yet, so fingers crossed, almost done. Let's put this underneath the broiler, setting the timer for 7 minutes and checking them then. Okay guys, my timer went off and I just pulled out these yummy looking chicken wings. I have just the remnants of some sauce left, so I'm going to add some of that sauce to there because it just looks so amazing. And as you can see, these are definitely a sticky mess, and that's one of the reasons why they're so good. Speaking of sticky messes, I'm going to put this in the sink real quick and fill it up with water. Be right back. Okay, these are done. These are going to be fabulous. I'm excited to get this together. So I'm going to pile my amazing chicken wings on this platter. I'm going to pick one of these for me and put it over here. And like I had mentioned earlier, one of the benefits of using a broiler pan in this instance is that the grease will drop through to the bottom, and that just makes it that much better in my book. I mean, we're having chicken wings, for heaven's sake, so of course they're going to be all the good things there, but wow. Wow, that looks amazing. Oh, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the sink as well. I think that's one of my best tips is, as you're cooking, if you take the time to rinse things off, put it in the dishwasher, wash them up, whatever it is that you need to do, it just makes the day a lot easier. So let me put this in the sink, and I'm gonna get the camera and bring it over here and just show you how amazing these look. Be right back. What do you think, guys? Don't these look spectacular? You're gonna definitely want these at your Super Bowl party. Now, as you can see, I have some dipping sauce here. One of my favorite ways to enjoy chicken wings is to dip them in blue cheese dressing. And usually when I decorate the plate, I'll put some celery on there, just kind of drive that whole buffalo chicken wing thing home, but celery and carrots and wonderful chicken wings. And let's just give them a try, because these are so good. Oh goodness, that's great. The meat is nice and tender. They're perfectly done. They're sweet and they're tangy. The seasoning in the water when we cook them makes all the difference. And that little bit of buffalo wing sauce, you definitely want that in there too, because that's what makes it really tangy. So that, I was trying to figure out how much that costs in comparison to like Buffalo Wild Wings, but I think this whole platter here, in addition with the sauce, is about $14. And that was like 20 chicken wings. That's not too bad. That's yummy. Guys, I hope you give this a try. This is such a good recipe. It's perfect for the Super Bowl. It's perfect for movie night, just hanging out with friends. These will be the first thing gone off the buffet. So I hope you give them a try, okay? Hey, leave a comment below. I really appreciate the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you could. I just appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for joining me today. We'll see you later.